Good morning. Are you audible? Good morning. Are you audible?
Good morning. Yes, sir. Very much. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes. Good morning to all. Today we are organized a webinar on life in olive green for Patriotic Days. AICTE Veterans India. I welcome our chairman sir, vice chairman sir, secretary madam, and joint secretary madam for your gracious presence to this program. Also, I welcome our chief guest, Colonel Bhupinder Singh, ex-serviceman, Indian Army, and president of Rotary Club, for accepting our invitation to program. Thank you, sir. Our institution was founded in the year 1995 with a focus on technological innovation, entrepreneurship, and character building to the students. And our esteemed Jaya Educational Trust can run more than 30 educational institutions and nearly 3,000 persons employed under this roof. Every year, our institution produces more than 700 graduates to service the society. We are happy to inform that AICTE has signed an MOU on 25th December 2021 with Veterans India for overall development of undergraduate and postgraduate students of AICTE approved institution by bringing in patriotic touch that enable the youth to grow in all three dimensions. We hope to bring nationalism and patriotism in higher educational institution through activities based on veterans, India, them, and sharing experience of their veterans to improve personality development and strategy building practice within higher educational institution by involving local veterans within higher educational institution. It's very helpful to our students to preparation of SSB and other military examination and interviews. This type of event to conduct youth and veterans in order to get second innings of veterans, a better place full of knowledge and joy. The adaptation of master train method, strategy and practice for self-defense and national securities. We have to plan monthly activities to bring in veterans India and retired military person a role into induction level program in higher educational institution. We hope our students of the institution will take maximum advantage of this program. We have been to adequately publish this information among our students and faculties. I appreciate information technology, head of the department, Dr. Sita Devi Madam, and all other supporting faculty members for organizing this program. Thank you. Once again, thank you. Success to all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful and warm welcome. I'm profoundly elated to take an opportunity to introduce a honorable guest to the gathering. Here we have Colonel Bhupinder Singh, President, Rotary Club. He has pursued his BE in Civil Engineering in 1982, his MTech in Highways and Transport Engineering.
Madam, you're muted, can't hear you.
Sir, could you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, yes. Sorry, sir.
I think the principal
Here
sir
we
has
have Colonel Bhupinder Singh, President, Rotary Club. He pursued his BE in civil engineering. In 1982, his MTech in highways and transport engineering, advanced civil engineering from College of Military Engineering, Pune in 1994, Tank Technology course, Institute of Armament Technology, Pune in 1989, Transport Management and Maintenance from ASMT, Bangalore in 1984. Being an engineer, he has a combat as well as infra development experience. He took part in Operation Blue Star in 1984, Operation Lily in 1992, Operation Parakram in 2002. He is an Indian Army for 32 years. Infra development experience, he has appointed and held the posts as Garrison Engineer, Air Force from 1995 to 98, Commander Work Wellington 2011 to 2013, Additional Chief Engineer Northeast 2004 to 2006, Commandant Delhi Cantonment, Director at Army Headquarters, New Delhi, Additional Chief Engineer, Chennai Zone from 2009 to 2012, Director Border Roads, 2012 to 2013. He's been a visiting faculty at National Institute, Fashion Technology, Chennai from 2018 to 20. He has a membership and certification and fellow of Institute of Engineers, certificate course for Industrial Society and Fire Safety from Chennai. His Rotary journey, he is a Rotarian since 2015, chairman of Rotary Hospital Ambattur for 3 years, director vocational service 2016 to 17, director youth service from 17 to 18, director community service, PHF, secretary RC Ambattur 2019 to 20. He's been awarded the best secretary by RID 3232. And he has honors and awards. So he has received various awards, awarded Chief of Army Staff Commendation 1993, awarded Vice Chief of Army Staff Commendation 2008, awarded Vice Chief of Army Staff Commendation 2009. With this short introduction, I hand over the session to our guests of today, Colonel Bhupinder Singh, President, Rotary Club. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for a very detailed. I'm sorry people had to wait for such a long introduction of mine. But thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. May I request you, before you make me the co-host, to mute the principal's mobile phone in case it is possible, because there's a continuous disturbance coming from there.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I've made you as a host, sir. Now you can control.
Just a second. Yeah. May I request everyone else, those who are on unmute mode, kindly put yourself on mute from your mobiles or whichever instrument you're using. Well, Chairman of Jaya Education Trust, Professor Dr. A. Kankaraj, convener of today's meeting, Dr. V. Sita Devi, and she's also the event committee coordinator, Secretary Vijay Kumari, Joint Secretary Dr. Deena, Vice Chairman Engineer K. Nagaraj, and Principal of the College, Dr. S. Rajendran, and my dear students present here. First of all, a very good morning to all of you. It's really my proud privilege and honor to be here with you all on this wonderful day. And as we are all aware that the nation celebrates its 73rd Republic Day, that's tomorrow. And we are also aware we have all learned through the history lessons that India got independence after a lot of struggle from the Britishers in 1947. And thereafter, once the Indian constitutions came into being, and that's in 1950 when India became republic. And that's what the importance of Republic Day is all about. Having got the independence, having got the what you call Republic of India and proper constitution, thereafter, the nation started facing the challenges. As we are all aware, we are the second largest population holding nation in the world. 135 billions is our population. And our territorial borders are so long, so widespread, that it is very, very difficult to guard. And to top it all, we also have, apart from longish looking borders, all types of terrains in our country, starting from the JNK, where we have the totally hill area, the further areas go towards Kargil, Sichin, are very, very cold areas, coming to northeast jungles and western border all along the western side, the desert, and we have semi-urban and urban areas in our country. So therefore, the challenges to guard our border are tremendous. Having got the independence, our first challenge came into being. To ensure the sovereignty of this country, what we faced was the first war in 1948, thinking that we are still regrouping ourselves. Pakistani Razakars, they had attacked J&K in 1948. And that was our first battle with Pakistan, which was very bravely fought by the Indian Army soldiers led by very, very capable officers. And we thwarted the move of the Pakistanis and threw them back. Subsequently, we are all aware, the next war took place against the Chinese aggression in 1962. Another, after the Chinese aggression, when we were totally caught off guard, we were still a building nation. And when we fought against the Chinese, Chinese may have overpowered us in certain areas, but the amount of bravery our soldiers showed them in certain sectors, even today the Chinese remember. Thinking Pakistan thought that after the 1962 war, India has been weakened. They attacked us in 1965 again. And this time, Pakistanis were beaten back, hollow, and they suffered the biggest defeat in all the sectors which I just explained it to you. 71 was a proper war, wherein we divided this nation, neighbor of ours, who has been troubling us and even today has been troubling us, into two. We created Bangladesh by bifurcating Pakistan into two. Kargil was another operation, and every day we fight the counter insurgency operations in most of the areas like in J&K and also in the Northeast area. Now, these are the various difficult situations. Why I'm telling you all that is, this organization, which I'm going to talk about, the life in olive green, not only olive green, the life in blue, naval white, pure white, all these defense services, they are so well integrated into a combined force, which is a very, very versatile force in the entire world, that we can, as of now, can take on two countries simultaneously, which is China and Pakistan at any point of time. We are well prepared. And that's the reason I want to assure you before our 73rd Republic Day that we as a nation, we are well prepared, and the credit goes to obviously the various governments which have come over a period of time, last 73 years, and everyone has added to the infrastructure building of the nation, also building up the defense forces, Air Force and Navy of the Indian Defense Forces. Now, why I'm telling you all this is, say about 40 years back, I was one of you as a student sitting in an engineering college and in a hostel. And let me tell you all, when we join our first year, first semester, all of us, we start thinking that I am the future engineer. Yes, you all are the future engineers. But the credit goes to our teachers who are present here, the faculty members who are present here, the school teachers who brought you to get admission engineering colleges. And believe me, these 4 years spent judiciously giving your apt attention to the various subjects will definitely go a long way in shaping up your careers, whichever career you decide to take on after doing your engineering. Because many of you, even in spite of the fact having done engineering, you may choose to become an entrepreneur, businessman, or maybe educationist in engineering colleges, or maybe a scientist, and so on and so forth. And some of you might even think of joining the defense forces, for which I'm going to give you a very detailed discussion today. Now, in second, third year, we're still okay. Once it is third year past, we all start thinking, what next? I'm going to be out from the college. 4 years are going to come closer. And what is my next option? Please take a call right in time. If you're looking for a profession, you have a number of options. If you're looking to upgrade your skills and go for the post graduations or anything else, please take a call in time, so that once your academics is over, you have to be totally professionally committed, whichever profession you choose to go in for. Having said that, I have spent, as Madam brought it out in her introduction, 32 years plus in the Indian Army. And what this organization offered me, I have no regrets. I could have been easily an IS officer, but I chose this profession, which probably, apart from making me from a boy to a very committed soldier, also gave me the option to upgrade my skills in terms of academics. I could pursue any of the adventure activities. I could fly an aircraft, MiG-21, and I could also design a battle tank. I had the opportunity to fight, do some operations against the militants during Punjab militancy. I was one of the, as a young major, controlled the Punjab militancy in 90s, and subsequently of Lily and of Program also I did. And to top it all, I also want to tell you that my next generation, even my son-in-law, he's a commanding officer of ARR battalion, and he's the President's Award winner from President of India for bravery. So therefore, having said that briefly, I would now like to tell you what this life in olive green is all about. What is the role? Why we have to have the army? What do they do? And what does it exactly offer? Today, we are very fortunate. And apart from the boys, even the girls are entitled right from Sainik School. The government of late has decided to give admissions to the girls in their school times to their, you can tell your siblings, they can join the Sainik School, they can join NDA, and subsequently become commissioned officer. As far as you are considered after having done the engineering, what options you have, what are you entitled for, I would like to tell you in next half an hour or so. If there are any questions after my presentation or my talk, you're most welcome to ask me. You can, at that point of time, you can either put it in a chat box or unmute yourself and ask me the question. Having said that, we will straightway move to our presentation. Just a second. Can you all see my screen, please? Anyone can raise the hand. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And once I play this, I will ask you later if the sound is also there. Okay. Now let's talk about the life in the olive green. Now, as I said, what a country consists of, various pillars of national power. As far as we as India are concerned, we will talk about is, first of all, the country's geography. I just told you how big our country is. We are a growing economy now. As we are all aware, economically, world over, we are known that India is doing well. It's a growing economy. We have a wonderful political system, and we have, as we are all aware, we are the biggest democracy in the world. Diplomacy relation with the other country is perfect. And the fifth pillar, which is very important, to ensure the sovereignty of any country, for its economy to grow, to have better relation world over, it's very important that its borders are safe. Only then the other countries will do business with you or establish businesses in your country. And that's what Indian military is all about. Now, what is the role of Indian Army? Primary role is to preserve the national interest and safeguard the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and unity of India. That's against any external threats. In case any other country attacks, we are to ensure that by deterrence, we push them back, attack them, wage war against them, and defeat them. That is the primary role of the army. What is the secondary role? To defend the nation against internal threats and the challenges such as, which I said some time back, that we have the insurgency, that's called proxy war too. And also by assisting the government whenever the government decides and requisitions to provide aid to civil authorities. The biggest example, apart from tsunami, earthquakes, threats, accidents, and the present pandemic situation, what we have, is where the Indian Army again got into phase one when the pandemic started. We picked up, the Indian Air Force and the Army picked up, and the Navy picked up the equipment from all over the world to take care of the health of our citizens of India. And that is the secondary role which this Indian Army is assigned to. What is the strength of the Indian Army? As compared to, I would talk about our neighbor. Our biggest strength is we are a very, very disciplined force, and we have the respect for the law of the land, which our neighbors, they do not. Both Pakistan and China, they have been dictators for a very, very long time. They do not have their discipline and they don't respect the law. Military ethos and regimental traditions are maintained to the highest order. We ensure that our service is before self. We take a very humanitarian approach towards helping out the citizens of our country, and we have our own wonderful value systems. So what is soldiering? What is an officer and a gentleman? And life, which I said, what we are entitled for, emoluments. Now let me tell you, when I come to the emoluments, no other service at the age of when you get commissioned, 21 or 23, offers you the emoluments which the Indian Defense Forces offer you. And what entry systems we have, and I'll stick that time when I come to the entry system, I restrict myself to what you, after having done the engineering, can go in for, and just additional information what you can tell your younger siblings and the faculty members can tell their children. This we have already covered. What is soldiering? To defend the national borders from the external threat, protect the nation from internal threats. We have the militancy, that is the internal threat. When the militants from the porous borders, long borders, they cross over and cause problems, we have to deal with them. Any other antisocial elements which try and create the problem in India or in the anywhere in any of the states, it's our job to take care of them. And that's, of course, is additional duty assigned by the government of India. Aid to civil authorities, already covered. That's floods, earthquakes, accidents, natural or unnatural calamities. We are there to help the civil population. Worldwide peacekeeping forces. Apart from this, we as defense forces maintain in the UN requisitioned appointments, we send our soldiers to maintain peace in the other nations too, which are facing a strife in their own countries. Social and environmental causes we protect, we ensure by doing various activities that environmental and also the social fabric of the country is maintained. Life dedicated is totally dedicated to the nation. And this is how the Indian Army officers in the various fatigues look like. And as I said, they're not only officer, the biggest thing, they're all gentlemen. And the famous motto when we joined the Indian Military Academy and pass out from there, which says, difficult will be done immediately. Impossible might take a little time. There's nothing in our dictionary which cannot be done. Give us any situation, we will give you the answer and make sure the success is ours. Here in the academy, a person, what is an officer and a gentleman? A person who's trained and tasked to lead the men to battle or to complete any time assigned to him or her. A leader, a commander, a friend, and a guide for his men which he commands. A manager of human, material, and technological resources. All these traits are given to you when we go through the training and over a period of time, starting from the first rank once we get it, and when we keep growing up the ladder, all these traits of handling the various situations keep coming into you. A model of character, virtue, and valor. Compassion and determination, but make sure an iron fist and a velvet glove. Wherever an iron fist is required to be used, will be done. Otherwise, we have a velvet glove all the time. What does it offer? As I said, it offers you a lot of things. This organization, it offers you action, right? That is the action when you are helping out the citizens of India or when you're guarding the nations with weapons, with tanks, with helicopters, with all the aircrafts. We are always into action. Professional growth, you can, apart from your soft skills and hard skills over a period of time which you are polishing, you can also upgrade. You can go in for the post-graduation of best courses, not within the country and also abroad. It offers you a lot of adventure activities, which I'll show to you when I come to the video part. You can travel everywhere in the country, which is entitled to travel by AC1/2 or by air anywhere in the country. Lifestyle, you must have seen, if you, I'm sure most of you, it offers you a beautiful lifestyle. Family is well taken care of in terms of accommodation, health facilities, education facilities, and welfare facilities. It's well taken care of. Status, it gives you the status of Guested Officer Class 1 at the youngest possible age, that is 21, 20, 21, 23, based on what time frame or the age frame you have joined. And there are many achievers which I'll show it to you, and we continue to add from the defense forces, our children, keep doing and keep showing the nation that not only we as soldiers do the job, even our children and the ladies, and they do wonderfully well in the society. Now, this I have already covered, so I'll skip. We saw the active operations in 48, 62, 65, 70, and Kargil War. Counterterrorism, special operations like Mumbai attacks. We had to safeguard Mumbai, wherein our special forces went into. We did the surgical strike, which we are all aware, 1, 2, first surgical strike, Balakot airstrike, and peacekeeping forces I've already covered. Peacetime activities, as said, relief work, when people are stranded because of earthquakes, tsunamis, or any calamity, we are there to assist the people and evacuate to safer places. The growth of an officer doesn't stop just when he gets the commission. And that's the time actually the process just starts. And it reminds me when I passed out, got the president's commission, and though I did my engineering in 82, But by virtue of being an engineer, I got 2 years of anti-date, and after doing my training of 1 year, my date of commission was 81. We do inter-service career courses and qualifications, and one of the finest institutes of not only the country, also abroad. Professional courses, we can do it, which you, while going through my introduction, you would have seen that I can design a battle tank. That is the additional course which was given to me. I can take on any of the cars, vehicles, buses, not only drive, but I can also take care of its minor issues of repairs. Technical courses we can do, management courses we can do the language courses in any language, and foreign courses also, which are offered when we are in the service. Sponsoring for higher degrees and qualifications already covered. We are also entitled for a study leave, and during the study leave, you are paid full salary, and all the facilities are also entitled to you when you're doing your study leave. Life in the army is an unending string of adventures. Various adventures activities are actively pursued and executed in the army. Now, here, if I show you the adventure activities, in case somebody is keen to do mountaineering, you can even go for the Mount Everest, South Pole, North Pole, Kanchenjunga, anywhere. Those who have this in their mind, they are most welcome, and it will be offered to you. You can be a wonderful mountaineer. My own son-in-law has been on South Pole in 2011. Car and motorcycle rally at national and international level, we participate with these adventure activities. Whitewater rafting, scuba diving, hot air ballooning, ocean sailing, aero sports, and water sports. You name a thing, all these facilities are adventure activities are offered by the Defense Forces. Army offers the opportunity to travel extensively and see the world. An officer gets to see not only our own country, as I said earlier, but also overseas. We have our missions and all over, which I have indicated on the slide: the England, Germany, China, Italy, Bhutan, Egypt, Nepal, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Singapore, Brazil, USA, Mexico. Everywhere we have our missions. Army offers a lifestyle which is unmatched in any sector. Let me tell you, I repeat, underline this statement of mine. It offers you a lifestyle unmatched in any sector. Facilities and infrastructure exist to lead a very enviable social and individual life. Sports, those who love sports activities, it offers you golf, one of the costliest games, but we have the golf courses all over the country, beautiful courses. Even in Chennai itself, we have 4 golf courses available. Horse riding, swimming, shooting, indoor sports. Apart from this, when it comes to the medical facilities, we have the hospitals all over. One of the best hospitals, even the President and Prime Minister of India is taken care of in our RR hospital in Delhi. Free travel, already covered. Canteen stores facilities at very, very subsidized rates to all the people who join the Defense Forces. We have wonderful, well-equipped clubs, libraries, childcare facilities, one of the best schools, Army Public Schools, Kendriya Vidyalayas, and also the colleges. Even we have College of Military Engineering, the biggest in Pune, and also Army Institute of Technology, Pune. Ladies also have their ladies club, and this is, if you see this right side of the portion, it says about 135 army schools, medical and dental colleges, engineering colleges, management colleges, nursing colleges, other education colleges, and hotel management institutes owned by the army for the welfare of their own men and the children. Other facilities, we are entitled for wonderful accommodation in best of the locations of all the cities. Even if you see Chennai next to OTA and also next to Island Grounds, we have wonderful facilities available. Secure and clean cantonments, separated family accommodation. Those who are working in the forward areas, their families are entitled for an accommodation. Nandana, we have the accommodation area where for the officers who are serving in the field area, the families can stay and pursue their careers. Achievers, if you see here, the Field Marshal Manik Shah, with whom I had the honor to meet him in his house thrice when I was Commander Works Wellington, and I also had the fortune of meeting during my passing out parade when I got commissioned our late Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. These are the other achievers. There are many. I have listed only few. Field Marshal I've already covered, Field Marshal Thimaya and Karyappa. Apart from this, we have Rakesh Sharma, who went into the space, amongst the first to go into the space, shooting Olympic silver medalist, now Colonel R.S. Rathore. Presently, he is the member of parliament from his own constituency. Dhyan Chand, wizard in hockey. We have Harbaksh Singh, one of the finest officers, Gopinath, and many more. And recently, the gold medalist in javelin throw, Mr. Neeraj, is also from the Indian Army. The first gold in the athletics achieved by an Indian is achieved by a person who was given the facilities by the Indian Army. The heroes, if you notice here, and the other people, and I'm sure you all of you know them, Priyanka Chopra, Akshay Kumar, the golfer, and the others too, you can make them out. And all the top contestants, they all have the family backgrounds because the grooming is so good, they get into these careers also very easily. The Indian Armed Forces also boasts of a number of achievers, which I've just shown them on the slide. Now, coming to the pay, where as I said in my discussion, what you are entitled for. And I'm just giving you there's no comparison. If you ask me, there's no comparison between army and corporate, but just for the sake of comparing, we get very good pay. Corporate gives you the excellent pay, but your expenses are exorbitant. If you're getting good pay, but our expenses are minimal, as I said, canteen facilities, medical facilities, housing facilities are at much, very, very reasonable rates. We have a very high status known in the country. If you see the order of precedence, the Indian Army Chief of Army Staff comes at the 10th or 11th serial of the order of presidency. Whereas in corporate, we get the paid status. If the CEO, you get a good pay, so you have a status. Active life, and the corporate, we only have the desk life. Job security, many people have been laid off during the pandemic, but all the defense forces were more actively involved during this pandemic. You can enhance your qualification, as I said it earlier in my discussion. You stagnate in a corporate sector. If you want to upgrade, you need to leave the corporate sector, do something and come back. Whereas in army, enhance your qualification, continue to get your salary, and also you're already commissioned and permanent commission into the service. Quality of life is very, very high. And here we don't say quality, it's a standard of life. Now, just want to tell you, when you just get selected after doing engineering, the process I'll tell you a little later, as a stipend, you get 51,000 rupees. Let me tell you, many of the engineers who are getting at the starting are not getting this much of pay. An officer on commissioning, apart from all the facilities which I said, gets a minimum pay of 75,000 rupees. A posted to the field area, he gets more than a lakh. Within 13 years of service, he comes into the pay band of 4, which is the highest salary slab of the central government in this age bracket of 13 years. Rations, we are entitled for free rations. Medical facilities, canteen facilities, leave. No corporate sector gives you 60 days of annual leave and 20 days of casual leave, but we are entitled for. Should there be a requirement, we can take furlough. In extreme cases, we can encash leave during our service up to 300 days. That means if my last pay drawn is 3 lakh rupees a month, into 10 months, I get 30-40 lakhs additional when I retire. Uh, Rail facility is already covered, housing facility is already covered. Life insurance, it gives you a life insurance for an officer, 50 lakhs is automatically insured in case something happens, untoward incident takes place. Now, coming to the entry system, 10 plus 2, you're already past that, but you can tell your system, you can go to NDA, even the girls can go to NDA, and the first batch would be passing out in 2025 of girls batch from National Defense Academy, Kadakwaskla. And that'll be really a proud moment for all of us when the girls start getting NDA and then IMA and get permanent commission. After graduation, this is most important for you. You can go in for direct entry system. You can go for a short service commission that is 5 years, and later on you can take a call to continue or not to continue. Those who are NCCC certificate holders, they can also go straightway for the service selection board interview and can join. Technical entry system and postgraduates, after doing postgraduates, also you can join. I had the honor and privilege, and I was the chairman of selection committee in entire Tamil Nadu from 2001 to 2003 for all the engineering colleges of Tamil Nadu. I visited most of the colleges to see those who are willing and they can be guided to join the Indian Army. And before that, and after that, in 2004 to 6, I covered the entire Northeast area, including IIT Guwahati, to tell the people how you can join the defense forces. You can join the medical profession too, but here being engineering student is not applicable, so I'll skip this. These are the various time frames when you go to the Google, when the forms are there, when the entry system starts, when it finishes is all given there. Age factors, I'll just come to you, your part, what is the age system, because this is all after 10 plus 2, which you are past. This is how the Indian Military Academy, Chetwood Hall, looks like. A proud moment when we pass from there. Women entry system. As I just said, women are entitled for a permanent commission now. Earlier it was not. And you have given the, and now I would like to say, Indian Army, and you have given the nation its sons and its heroes. And now it is the time for the girls. Here is a chance for you to become one of them. And let me tell you, all these women in defense forces, including fighting stream, helicopter stream, and all the streams what we have in all three defense forces, women are doing exceedingly well and they are well taken care of. Graduates history system, this is what is applicable to you. As engineers, you are not this thing, there are two subjects. There's a little change here in case somebody is keen, I can guide them further. And what we have is Indian Military Academy at Dehradun, where the training is for 1 year before you get the President's Commission and become a commissioned officer. And Officers Training Academy Chennai is again a 1-year course which offers you short service selection system. These are the age criteria which can be seen on Google, or when in case somebody is keen, I can personally tell her or him. Now these are the medical criteria, age, what you are supposed, what medical standards, what fitness standards you should have before joining the army. This is for graduates, especially for you. Age is 19 to 25 short service commission, and both men and women can join. Other criteria are minor. How do we select the people? It's a procedure which is called Service Selection Board, which is about 5 days scheduled, wherein starting from your basic intelligence, picture perception, group discussion, world associate test, thematic appreciation, situation reaction, lectures you're supposed to give, not individual and group obstacles, that is for the physical facilities. And lastly, you're interviewed before you're sent for the final medical. These are the stages. In case somebody is keen, I can explain it to them in detail. What are the stages for going through the service selection board? And this is what the day one starts when the candidates come to SSB. Service selection boards are based at Bangalore, Allahabad, Bhopal, and I think there's one more in the Central Command. And this is how your tests are conducted on day one. Day two, psychological test when it is conducted. Physical test. These are the obstacle tests, very normal tests, just to see how good physically you are. A group tasks which are given to you as leaders, just to see what leadership qualities do you have in you. These are the group discussions. And finally, I'll come to the last slide, which is taken from our great Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and is also related to Shiva, which Guru Gobind Singh Ji had taken from Lord Shiva. Grant me, O Lord, the boon that I may not falter in doing good, that I may not entertain any fear of the enemy when engaged with him in battle, and may always be sure of a victory. May my mind be trained in the desire to dwell upon the goodness, and when the last moment of my life should come, may I die fighting in the thick of battle. And that is what every soldier wants. If I have to die, I must die for the nation, and I must die while defending the nation. That's all we as soldiers always think of. I would like to show you a small inspirational video. I'll just share my screen again. Just a second, please. Just a second, please. Just give me a second.
Any officer, set over me, even to the peril of my life.
I'm an officer in the Indian Army. I'm a son to two mothers. One bore me, but the other, my country. She made me. She made me the man that I am. And every time she calls, I shall hear and I shall heed. For she sings to me in my hour of need.
भी मेरा जो हो, जीत तेरी। तू न चलेगा अकेला कभी की संग, चलेगी मेरी दुआ। तुझे जन्मा था जिस दिन मैंने, एक सुकून सा था सीने में मेरे, कि महफूज है कल तेरे हाथों में, तेरे पहरे में आंगन मेरा। तू न चलेगा अकेला कभी की संग, चलेगी मेरी दुआ। तू न थकेगा कभी की, तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल, तू लड़ता चल, तू लड़ता चल, तू लड़ता चल, तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल।
One thing remains the same. That is your task and your duty. You are required to ensure the security of this country against any event. What does that mean for you? It means that you should have to fight and fight to win. I see friends who are looking at you with trust and pride. Make sure, gentlemen, that
तू ही सब कुछ, तू ही जान मेरी, तेरे हाथों की लकीरों में तकदीर मेरी। तू जो हारे है हार मेरी, तू न चलेगा अकेला। तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल, तू चलता चल, तू बढ़ता चल, तू बढ़ता चल, तू बढ़ता चल, तू चलता चल, तू बढ़ता चल, तू चलता चल।
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I have come to the end of my presentation and also the videos. Basically, I want to tell you, reiterate the fact that I just want to tell you that I have fired all types of weapons: pistol, AK-47, AK-56, tank, RT guns, you name a thing I have fired. And to get this anywhere, probably firstly, it's not available in the market to fire. And secondly, even if you pay for it, it's exorbitant to get all these things, right? And coming for the other facilities, tremendous. You name a thing, you have it. With this, I have finished my presentation. Back to the MC for the balance of the proceedings. In case anybody has got any questions or doubts or any query on any of the things which I said, what the life in olive green is all about, we'll be very happy to answer your queries. Before I finish, once again, wish you all a very happy 73rd Republic Day. And I'm also thankful to the AIC Veterans India for giving me this opportunity to be with you all and share my experience of lifetime and what this olive green offers you. Thank you. God bless and Jaya.
Thank you so much, sir. That was an inspiration video, sir. Sir, shall we go on to the question session?
Yes,
And
please.
for that,
Anybody, any
yes,
question?
yes, sir.
Whatever.
Uh, Thank you. First of all, I like to thank, because I got the goosebumps once I saw this video. So it was really inspiration. So thank you for exposing us to the lifestyle in Indian Army and also sharing about the offerings and facilities provided in the Army. Thank you, sir, for giving us the information about the way of getting into the Army also. Sir, I assure you that there will be more students from Jaya Engineering College getting into Indian Army after listening to your inspirational speech, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Anybody have questions? You can ask participants, students. If you have any questions, you can ask, sir.
Yes, please. Any question on anything? Maybe you may be thinking very primitive, but don't hesitate. Please go ahead.
Yes, if you are interested in getting into the army and you have any more questions to be asked, you can very well ask, because we have the right person here. So he's sharing his valuable time with us also. Any questions?
And let me also tell, in case there are no questions, I want to tell you all, it's very important to polish your soft skills. That's the time. In fact, I'm very happy to tell you all that I take the classes for National Institute of Fashion Technology for the last 4 years. And during the pandemic, for the last 2 years, we've been handling their classes on virtual platforms. And the students are from all over the countryside. Uh, what subjects we tackle is personality development. And that's the right time in case you polish. And also the second one is the leadership qualities. Everyone is not born a leader. I was also a shy boy like you when I was in the college. But yes, when I got into the army taught me what the soft skills are. I have also studied from very ordinary schools, government schools, right? But it is the exposure what the organization gave it to me. And believe me, today I've handled 40 members of parliament while addressing them on one of the cases. I have no hesitate to talk to anyone, no fear of expressing myself with full confidence. That's the additional thing which this organization offers. Yeah. Any question? If
That's
there are no
really great,
questions,
sir.
yeah. If there are no questions, once again, thank
Please
you
do
so
not
much.
feel.
You can proceed.
Please, sir. Yes, sir. think they don't have any questions.
I think there's something in the chat box, and this
Yes, sir.
question is from uh, Devi Shri, and she says, "Sir, after completing the college, what are the process to join the Indian Army?" Now, as I said, you are going to graduate from the college. You will be finishing your engineering. So therefore, for you to join the Army, Navy, or Air Force, the system is straightway the Service Selection Board. If you want to know about the details, when it happens, like I got selected when I was in my 7th semester. I had applied for the SSB. The Service Selection Board called me to, I got the selection center as Bangalore. The organization had given me the ticket, AC2 ticket to come to Bangalore. My stay was made comfortable there. And the test which I showed it to you, physical test, individual tasks, group tasks. There's a kind of a package you have to know about it. And you need to crack the SSB, crack the SSB in the sense you will find say 200, 300 students there. They are screened the first day. And after the first psychological test, those who get selected into the psychological test, they go for the balance test. And after the complete competition, maybe out of my batch for information, out of about say 150 students, we were about 5 of us, we were selected. So it's basically, you need not be worrying about your, what kind of a study should I do? No, it's basic intelligence, logical thinking, logical answering, right? And whatever you do, say it with the confidence. It's a very simple procedure, which anyone after this, in case you have any question, you can ask madam, you can send me a mail, you can have send me a WhatsApp message, and I'll be more than happy to guide you on that. Okay, Air Force. The somebody has put a next question. What about the Common Defense Academy? This question is from Ravi, and there's another question: how can I join Air Force as a pilot? This question is from V Lakshmi. Okay, now I'll answer the first question from Lakshmi. V Lakshmi, I would like to tell you that if you want to be a pilot after doing your graduation, you will have to come through the other system, that is Combined Defense Services examination, right? What you have done in engineering, probably if you want to go into the fighter stream or a pilot stream, this will be only offered to you. Your engineering background will not be utilized, right? But you will also, what I said, I get 2 years of antedate. So, and since I joined in 83, but my seniority is from 81, these 2 years, you will not get it in case you get into the pilot stream. Yes, you can do the same thing. You can be with the pilots as an engineer by upgrading your skill after joining the Air Force and being as a test pilot. If you are qualified as an engineer to do the test pilots, you can be with the test pilots in their sorties when they go for the operations as a pilot. The next question is, what about the Common Defense Academy? Common Defense Academy, which if I've understood the question from Ravi, Common Defense Academy is only one, that is National Defense Academy, where all 3 cadets are there. That is Army, Navy, and Air Force. That's the Common Defense Academy. But from there, after you, that is only after 10+2. And they make you to do the graduation in National Defense Academy. And after you finish the graduation and do your basic military training, you are sent to whichever option you opt for, that is Army, Navy, and Air Force. Accordingly, your dedicated academy is given to you. If you opted for Army, you will come to Dehradun. If you opted for Navy, you will go for the Naval Academy, Azimala. And if you're off for the Air Force, it is next to Hyderabad, Chandigarh. Next question is, what are the qualification for the Air Force? For Air Force also, as I said, is the same qualification. If you're joining as an Air Force, you'll be joining the Air Force in an engineering stream. It's the same procedure what I said for the Army. They have a different place to do their selection system. Army has got a different place to do the selection system. Only the place is different. Questions in their case are related to what they are looking for in the Air Force. And in our case, what I said, what we are looking for in the Army. But the basic qualification, you can join any Air Force, Navy, or Army after finishing your graduation. More details, you can, as I said, I can offer more details. I can call an Air Force and naval officer to help you out in case you are keen. Nishanti D, next question is from her. We are, thank you, Nishanti. I'm also honored to be with you all and feel that, I'm celebrating our Republic Day, 73rd one with you all. And we also had the Army Day, which is, we celebrated 75th one, not 74th one, because we got the independence in 47. And after that, we celebrated our 75 years of being as an Indian Army. Thank you so much. You have served the nation. Thank you for that, sir. Thank you so much, Shanti. The next question is from Kumaran. Which kind of a service is a challenging one, whether Army, Air Force, and Navy? Being from Olive Green, I would say we in the Army have action every day. Air Force only when the war breaks out, and Navy has to guard. We do the action every day, and that's what is more challenging. And we have to be on the ground, whereas the Navy is in water. We have to go across the other nation and hit them and capture them, whereas they can only go up to the waterline. But I would say it's a combination. Challenge-wise, Army job is more challenging. Yeah, I think this is what I had the questions in the chat box. Thank you so much. I think I can feel once the situation is a little better, the pandemic is over, we can have, I will request the management and the faculty members present here. I will be more than happy to address you physically once the situation permits. Now, she's asked me one question. How, sir, hello, sir, what about your Common Defense Academy? This is answered. The last question was, this one more. Which fighter jet was selected for the Navy, sir? Rafale or Hornet? Now, Rafale and Hornet FA-18 have got different roles to play, right? And where they are operating from, what ranges I'm looking for, what target I'm looking for. All of us are looking in the Navy, Air Force, and Army different targets. And now, at the moment, what the decision has been taken by the defense forces in conjunction with the government, Rafale for the Air Force, not for the Army, and FA-18 only for the Navy. How I am enjoying post-retirement as a Rotarian. Very interesting. Having served for 32 years and being a leader till my last day, though I had a wonderful offer since I left the Army at the age of 54. I could have worked for another 10 years and now I'm 60 plus. I had an offer of about 35 lakhs, but I decided against it. I thought I will give back to the society. While in uniform, I gave it for the nation. Now I will pay back to my civil society by looking after the underprivileged and whatever way I can do. So therefore, last 7 years, I'm very happy and contented that I'm looking for. I'm helping out the society in whatever way I can do that. Time-wise, yes, I looked after a hospital. Even today as a president, we have 2 schools for the underprivileged. We have a SCOR project and we have a hospital which offers all the facilities like cataract, dialysis, cerebral palsy, IPD, OPD, and everything. So I'm very blessed to be with the people. At the same time, I ensure that I'm in contact with all the defense serving as well as all the veteran officers of 3 services in Chennai, We are always on. I'm also the secretary of the veteran officers. This is my 7th year with them. Those who have fought the wars, 62, 48, 65, 71, I'm very happy to be with them and look after them in their old age. So I'm really enjoying giving a lot of time to my daughters, my family, and my grandchild now. And as I said, my elder daughter is an engineer, married to an army officer who's commanding a unit in Srinagar. My younger daughter is a fashion designer from NIFT Chennai. We're all as a family enjoying together. For women, which is the best job? Army, Navy, or possibly or Navy is possible? Yes, all three services are possible. And as I said, my commitment is always towards the Army. And I feel you enjoy. I have served in the Air Force. I have flown a MiG-21. I've been with them for 3 years. But I feel we are very cohesive on ground because we start a day with a morning run together, play in the evening together, fight together. We have a more cohesiveness. As I said, it's my personal opinion. Being from the Army, I feel Army is a better service. Pardon me in case somebody else is from the Air Force, parents are from the Air Force. They're equally good, but being a person in olive green, I feel mine is a better one. For women, all three are challenging. Vishalini, Navy, Air Force, and Army, all three are challenging. But as I said today, we have the fighter pilots from the women are doing the fighter pilots. They're flying the Rafales, Su-30s, and they're also flying the helicopters with the Indian Army. And apart from that, serving in the difficult areas while being in three services, especially Army, it gives them a lot of challenge. I think I have covered most of the questions. Thank you once again. And once again, thank you for the opportunity. And thank you to Dr. Sita Devi Madam, who interacted with me and the MC of the proceedings today. Wonderful day I had, and wish you all a wonderful day, wonderful career ahead. May God gives you all that what you deserve. But make sure professionally when you pass out from the college, you're strong enough. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for patiently answering to all the questions asked by our students. And I think this will be one of the proof that most of our students from Jaya Engineering College will enter inside Army, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your valuable time also, sir. The program will not be complete without a gratitude. I, Dr. V. Sita Devi, take up this opportunity to deliver the word of thanks. I firstly like to thank our management for giving us this wonderful opportunity to organize this event. I like to extend my thanks to our guest, Colonel Bhupinder Singh, for readily accepting our invitation and for his valuable presence and speech in spite of his busy schedule. Thank you so much, sir. Hats off for your services too, sir. I extend my thanks to our principal, Dr. S. Rajendran, for supporting us. I extend my thanks to the event committee members for helping us to organize this event. My special thanks to Professor Kumaran, HOD CAC, and Secretary of Rotary Club for his support. I'd like to thank the participants for their kind cooperation for making this event a successful one. I wish you all a happy 73rd Republic Day. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you for your valuable time, sir. Jai Hind. Sir, could you hear me?
Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words, madam. And once again, thankful to you and the management of Jaya Engineering College and all the students present here for being with me and it made me look very, very young today when I with those. And when I look back 40 years back when I was doing my engineering, it gave me a lot of energy to be with you all. God bless you, and wish you all the best. Jai Hind. I take your leave, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you.